What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, and thank you for being a subscriber. If you're a long-time subscriber, I really appreciate your support. Just remember to like my videos and spread the truth. So this video is just gonna be kind of like a free flow, just kind of like a me discussing. I wouldn't say world affairs, but just things in general about the world, and it might be like 40 minutes long. I'm just gonna try to keep it short, but essentially, like, you guys know, what I talk about is that there is an we're living in a mental matrix, and essentially everything we've ever been taught is a lie, and all history is a lie, and essentially there's this not so hidden ruling class that they're not. I like to say they're not so hidden, not so hidden ruling class, because essentially they rule over us in broad daylight, but because they know that we're all dumbed down and we won't notice. But once you start waking up, it's just you can't go back to sleep and you can't unsee it. And straight up, these royal families, they pretty much, since like I don't exactly know what year, but 1400, I'm going to say 1200, 1400 years ago, like the year 1200, 1400, the world was pretty much controlled by these royal families, and they had, they used peasants to have wars with one another. And eventually the family members met up, and they had an agreement, like a contract, and they pretty much have made a truce. And they essentially said, okay, we're going to have to like destroy the old world because these guys know history too well, and we're going to have to erase it and rewrite it. And then we're going to rule over them, but we have to create a mental matrix, right? So, sorry if I sound a little bit sick today. I'm a little bit ill. Anyway, so essentially, these elites, they pretty much fabricated everything. And like, I was gonna talk about this one topic about, like, or multiple topics. Like, first of all, like, where did the story about vampires come from? Like, these are images of vampires that we essentially have seen in our lifetime, right? This is like a typical vampire. But where did the actual story come from? So if we actually just Google where did the vampire legend come from, the concept of the vampire as the undead creature inflicting harm originate from Eastern Europe, specifically Bulgaria, 1,000 years ago. Make no mistake, this was a legend isolated among the Slavic people. It was not widespread or well known. So why do I talk about this? Well, straight up, oh yeah, I have to get that thing ready. Okay, well, I could just Google it. I'll pull it up. But essentially, I think that the elites, they created the story of vampires, the legend of vampires, because the vampire concept, if we even go back into this thread here, okay, this one, the vampire is always seen as like an elite person, and Count Dracula, he was a count, right? But there was some guy, a man, he wrote a book about them, but they essentially said that this guy wrote a book, and like the second guy who wrote a book about them, it was based off of Vlad the Impaler, and he had some kind of inspiration, but the guy before him, he spoke about vampires being a little bit different. But essentially, we know them as, like, flying around. They can change into a bat. They have, like, magic powers. Essentially, they can mind control. They can use telekinesis. They can fly. They can go invisible. They have inhuman strength, right? And they live in these castles. The original, like, Count Dracula, right? All these stories, they live in these big castles, right? But essentially, what's the truth is that 1,000 years ago, the peasants, just like today, we started realizing that these elites were drinking the human blood of people. That they were having these fancy parties, having orgies, and dabbling in sex magic and satanic rituals, and they would feed off the blood of their victims because they actually love a drug called adrenochrome. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more of that later, but essentially, I believe that vampires, the story, was fabricated by the elites, and they fed the stories to the peasants to scare them so that they wouldn't come near these castles, but also to trick them like years later and then make us not believe that these elites were doing this and trying to hide, right? Because straight up they're doing the same thing today, and except they use government agencies and they orchestrate mass kidnappings, and you can correlate the disappearances via missing posters, and you can see that a lot of people disappear before the specific key dates that are correlated with the sun and moon worship, or such as like occult holidays such as the Beltane that takes place between April and May, or sorry, May to April, because April is like that date is signifying like it's some kind of like sex holiday, but essentially this website, they like to like, they're trying to like the Queen, look, they have like a family, these are like family crests, right? And then this is like the Queen's Gazette, and they're pretty much saying, oh yeah, like the publication of John whatever his name, Polidori, an Anglo-Italian physician, published a novel called The Vampire. But Stoker's novel, however, became the benchmark for our main descriptions currently. So the stories, I guess, come from Bulgaria. I don't know if Transylvania is like a city there, but modern day Romania or Hungary. Anyway, so look, blah, 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 blah. They say, yeah, vampires, they existed, but they were just people with like a blood disorder called porphyria, which made them really pale, sensitive to sunlight. They would get like burns, blackened skin, and hair and defects. They would get fangs because they would lose gum mass, like their gums would recede, exposing their teeth. And they were advised by doctors to drink fresh blood to like help them with their own defective red blood cells. And they didn't like garlic because the sulfur content would give them an attack of porphyria. And they didn't like mirrors because, not like they couldn't see themselves, but it's just because they were so ugly, right? And, it's funny how these vampires, they hate the crucifix, right? Because these elites, they are the elites, and they hate Christians, and they hate Jesus Christ, and they hate Christianity because they hate God because they know he's real, and they know they're going to lose. But I'm going to tell you guys, I'll make another video soon about what these elites' plan is, but straight up, this is just like, they have this tale of Salem, when the first Europeans came and settled in North America, and there was a town called Salem, and they essentially they were scared. They would say, oh, the people were they just settled into a new land. The wilderness was so like right there at their doorstep, and they were scared, and they had a panic attack of fear, and then they started having witch hunts. And then the crazy Christians, they rounded up innocent people, mostly women, and burned them alive. But the truth is that those people, they started finding out that those other people were freaking Satanists doing things with children. Like weird. I'm just gonna keep it as that, weird things with children. Just like what Hollywood and the elites, what they like to do with kids these days. And essentially, they burn them alive because that's exactly what we should be doing when we find out 100% what these elites are doing. But nowadays, they've kind of have us like the masses brainwashed, right? But they always want us to dream about living in a castle. That's why they have Disney, and that's why they have all that magic garbage promoted in our faces, and all our like children are looking at that stuff. But essentially, the world is run by these bloodlines, and they essentially walk down these red carpets, and we still have royal families, but they claim that these royal families have no real power, but that's a lie. And they still knight people who are like, doing their work, and they always say, oh, it's just a symbol, blah, blah, blah. But these people have temporary power on earth, and everyone worships them and idolizes them. And I have pardon me. Essentially that, Hollywood is like they created all media like they took over all governments, right? There was a certain point in time where they slowly took over one government, one country after another, but like I would say after World War II, they took over Japan, you know what I mean? But after that, when they install their government, they install their puppet government that will work, that will do anything they want, they say. They essentially start using the media and they start creating entertainment to influence the masses. And all Hollywood, all professional athletes, all professional musicians, all TV and all like all entertainment you see here these days, radio, it's all controlled by these elites, and they essentially they'll only allow someone who's part of their cult to be on there, and they only like they promote they plant seeds of their beliefs in their media to influence us. And Hollywood is completely infected. They essentially created Hollywood to cast spells over the minds of the masses. And Hollywood is actually the wood. They named it Hollywood because it's actually the name of the wood in a wizard's wand. So that's that's how connected they are to like the occult and magic. And actually I want to talk about let me just search about that now. I can just quickly mention that because like I watched a movie recently. It was called Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Some people were like, yeah, dude, you should totally watch it. It's awesome. And I watched it. It was essentially a movie about Hunter S. Thompson, a loser, right? And a drug addict. And, you know, this guy is a Satanist and a psychopath. And essentially I think he was high on air, and he started talking about how people are hunted on, like, how, he's hunted people and stuff. And, they say these things as jokes, right? But it's called Truth in Plain Sight. It's a lesser magic spell. And essentially they say that stuff to make us think, oh, it's not real. But essentially they're just telling the truth. And, I mean, there's so much worse things that happen with children and with, say, like, rituals. So like, people being kidnapped to be hunted down on an island is pretty much, like, not so, like, I'm not surprised by that. But essentially, in the movie Fear and Loathing, Johnny Depp, this guy's a super satanic guy. This guy, we love the movies he's in, but they're not masters of their craft for nothing, right? I mean, they are actors, right? They're portrayed to be likable. They're portrayed to seem to do they're told to do philanthropy. All these people are told to be giving to charities, but these charitable groups are all controlled by the same people, so the money goes in a circle, right? But essentially, I heard from a coworker that he was actually, I told them the movie sucked and the movie was overrated, right? And then they said, well, back in the day when it came out, it was a sensation, and maybe that's the reason why. And it was just so interesting that this guy, Johnny Depp, was actually working closely with Hunter S. Thompson, and like, we could really get into the mind of this guy. Why would I give a fuck about this loser, man? But essentially, of course, this evil guy, he's always connected with evil people. And essentially, Johnny Depp is a psychopath and a murderer. And he killed River Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix's brother, because Joaquin Phoenix wanted to be famous, so he had to sacrifice someone close to him, and he chose his brother, maybe out of jealousy. But the point is that this guy gave River Phoenix a shot glass. He gave this guy a poison shot glass in the club, and he drank it and was killed instantly. But I'm sure Johnny Depp has done worse things. But essentially, in the movie, I'm going to show you a clip of it later, but essentially it's about Hunter Thompson and some other guy. They're going in Las Vegas doing a bunch of drugs. And he's some kind of like journalist, but he looks like whoever he published is just ramblings, probably just like lunatic, druggy talk, right? But anyway, Johnny Depp, he was another point to like prove that he's a Satanist is that there was an incident called the West Memphis 3. And it was about these 3 boys. Essentially, they found a book. They found the Bible, the Satanic Bible, essentially written by Aleister Crowley, which teaches the laws called do what thou willst, which means to do whatever you want. And meaning you'll be set free, right? Just to do whatever you want. So these 3 punks, they found this book, and Damien Eccles was the ringleader. One of these guys, I think it was this guy. He's just a retarded like follower, right? But essentially, he convinced them that if you guys, he read the book. He says if we do black magic, we're gonna be famous and we're gonna get anything we want on this earth. We just have to find 3 boys. Which whenever you search the story, the West Memphis 3, they never talk about the victims. They always talk about these 3 clowns. And straight up, what happened was that these guys took these 3 boys into a dark forest. They raped them, and they killed them, and then they did stuff with like their blood, and they did and people. The cops found them cold with evidence with their semen and everything. And these guys were like goth-looking punks, right? So what happened was that Johnny Depp and a bunch of other fellow Satanists, Johnny Depp. For look how rockers helped free the West Memphis 3. And then I remember the channel Call for an Uprising. He was an amazing channel. They removed him because he was talking so much truth. He had hundreds of thousands of subscribers on multiple channels, and now he has his own website. But essentially, I think it was Van Halen even. Which blah blah blah. Which oh look Metallica. Fuck off. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Is this Rolling Stone? No, I don't want to fuck that up. Look at that. The convictions outraged Metallica. Blah, 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 blah. And look, I think it was the Ozzy Osbourne. Patti Smith, Henry Rollins, Tom Waits, and Ozzy Osbourne. Use personal preferences for music to destroy us. What? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, look, they raise money, funding to help key DNA tests to help the defense. So they pretty much use DNA bullshit manipulation to plead the case that they were innocent, and that just because they were goth, they got like, it was like a witch hunt. And I remember a Call for an Uprising. He said that this was a statement to say that back in the day in the Salem times, the Christians, we would burn these people alive for doing this stuff, but now no more. They can get away with whatever they want. And Johnny Depp came to the aid and they helped him. And now Johnny Depp and Damien Eccles, they're like best friends now. They got matching tattoos, and they're seen together, like buddy. Look at this guy. And this clown, this guy he just writes books about black magic now. So these guys killed innocent kids, and they got away with it. And this Satanist scumbag, he helped him. So these satanic rock music, and you know what pisses me off is like, it's like slowly been like, it's been super subtle. Like when rock came out, it was very like it was fucking the Beatles, right? They were like the first rock group, and their lyrics, they sounded so like hippie and loving and everything. But when you read their lyrics, some of their songs talked about like, you know, how living in a world without God, and you know, it just starts with a very like a peaceful harmony melody, but they insert the lyrics. Then they start using the vibrations and the frequency and the screaming and the kind of like aggression in the music in the heavy rock, and then hard rock, and then it just, nowadays it's pretty blatant. You see all these like celebrities like I can show a picture later, but all these freaking nowadays, like Beyonce and all these people, they're just wearing like satanic devil horned outfits in their stage performances or in their music videos. It's just blatantly obvious that like the devil. I think he was in heaven and he was in charge of music, like he was in charge of the music instruments, like the instruments in heaven. So he knows how to use music to affect the human mind. And straight up, Johnny Depp is a Satanist. And if we look at here in this movie here, where the hell is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. I just want to show you guys this part here in the movie. I mean, he's a good actor, but so what if he's a Satanist? Like, anyway, I thought it was really interesting. Where was this part here? I don't want to. I don't want to show the part. Yeah, when it starts getting satanic, but. Oh yeah, this shit. This is where they start talking about adrenochrome. And look, they got the black and white checkerboard. If you guys watch my channel, I always point that out. The black and white checkerboard, they planted all these movies and music videos and stuff. It means it's their idiotic false philosophy about these elites that believe in duality. They believe in black and white, good and evil. They're two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. That God is dualistic, that there's a God of above, a God of below, and essentially that he's evil and he's in a cycle of infinite reincarnation, and they're trying to break the chain by blending all dualities. That's what the transgenderism, why they're trying to make every man like a woman, every woman like a man, and why they're trying to make all good like evil and evil like good. And they believe they can destroy God by blending everything, and then they're going to use, like, from transgenderism they're going to do transhumanism. But anyway, I guess they're trying to destroy everything because they think that he's evil because they want to live forever and they don't want to keep dying. I mean, if that was a true case, that would be sad, that if we're just dying in an infinite reincarnation cycle. But that's not the truth, though. The truth is, within the Bible, there's an absolute evil, there's absolute good. They're separate. Evil and good are separate. There was a definitive beginning, there's a definitive end, and God has a perfect plan, and God is perfectly loving, and he has a masterful plan, right? But anyway, look, listen to this. I think he just did. He did like a double hand sign.
Had given me a bad jolt. For a moment, I thought his mind had snapped. But he actually believed he was being attacked by an invisible enemy. But the room was quiet again. Where'd you get this?
Never mind, it's absolutely pure.
What kind of monster clown have you hooked up with this time?
Listen.
Satanism freak.
Satanism freak.
Source for this stuff. The adrenaline gland from a living human body.
I know. The guy didn't have any cash to pay me. He offered me human blood, said it would take me higher than I'd ever been in my life. I thought he was kidding. Oh, so I told him I'd just as soon have an ounce or so of pure adrenochrome. Or maybe just a fresh adrenaline gland to chew on.
What the fuck?
I could already feel the stuff working on me. The first wave felt like a combination
And then-
of mescaline and methadone.
And then it gets very satanic. This guy turns into a devil. I don't want to show that part, but I just wanted to show you guys, like, the connections. Like, it's straight up, like, in our faces, right? And let's continue here, but that's what I wanted to say about this clown, Satanist, pig, and all Hollywood and the elites. They essentially kidnap people and do a satanic ritual, and the person gets so scared, and they kill the person, drain their blood, and then they drink the blood and they eat the adrenaline gland. Anyway, so if you guys haven't seen my video about who are the reptilians, I want you guys to check that out. But essentially, and thumb it up too, guys. But essentially, the reptilians, I believe there are reptilians, but they're not like reptile people, like who are like advanced aliens living underground, who are like using technology to manipulate. I mean, these elites are using technology to trick humanity, but they're not like using it to hide their form or nothing. Essentially, what reptilian means is that the elites are actually possessed, cold human beings. They're ice cold and straight up. They're reptilians because they can kill someone close to them just for to maintain power or to gain extra power temporary power here on Earth. But I noticed that these celebrities, a lot of them, they die young. So Satan, he gives them everything early and then they die young. And then let's see what happens to these Satanists. I just wanted to point this out. Anton LaVey, final words. This one always makes me feel happy when I see these when I see this picture, but I think I did save it on my computer, but it always makes me really pleased. It was like this guy. Oh, dying words. This one, yeah. So this is the guy. This is Aleister Crowley, this scumbag. He's the one who wrote that book, and he was a Freemason, an occultist, and a Satanist. And the West Memphis Three, they essentially found his book. But anyway, when he died, his last words were, I am perplexed. Satan, get out." And then this guy, Anton LaVey, he's the Freemason and founder of the Church of Satan. His last words were, oh my, what have I done? There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong. And he just dies. So they must have seen something and realized, oh shit, they made a mistake, that the devil is not your friend and he wants to kill us all, and that they're following the wrong God. But anyway,
these things have to go to court.
We're gonna talk about this pretty soon here, but here I just want to show you guys, like, do you see that? So it's funny that people are pointing this out as a reptilian shapeshift, right? But I'm going to say that it's something different. I believe that whenever we see this is just glimpses of like the possessed demon inside of them, or they're possessed, and the demon inside of them reveals their eyes to the public for just a split second, a fraction of a second. But it's funny, like it always happens to these news reporters and to these celebrities. And then let's read the comments. There's a couple comments I want you to see here, but it's kind of interesting. Like the glitch only affects their eyes. Weird. And like there's different variations. There's these types of kind of glitch, like a second set of eyes, or there's like sometimes their eyes change to another different eyes, or they have like a weird slit. But in my video about the reptilians, we can see I start taking a look at Oprah's eyes, and then at the very end of the video, you should check it out. We can see very clearly that her eyes change, and it looks exactly like demonic. And we're gonna read my comment in a second here, but look, this is some idiot here. He's like, well, he's not an idiot, but I'm sure he knows a lot about technology. But look, he says, they always have someone who gives it like a explanation. That's a rolling screen repaint artifact. The image are compressed to attempt to only store data, blah, 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 blah. So it happens occasionally if you watch over the air. And blah. But how come it just doesn't happen? How come it only happens on their eyes? I think I said something like exactly what a shapeshifter would say. Look, I think people are just trolling in the comments. There's no way they're seriously thinking this is supernatural. It's easier to fool people than to have them believe they've been fooled. And then this guy's like, you'll be surprised by what other else conspiracy theorists think. And then that kind of brings me to my comment. I'm like, exactly what a reptilian would say. Well, just so you know, I'm the most crazy tinfoil hat wearing nutcase you'll ever meet. I'm a young Earth creationist, flat Earth Christian who believes there's a satanic cult that controls the world. of networking billionaire and trillionaire families, and they control all media, and it's designed to keep us all in a mental matrix to not know God and believing in the space lie. I said, if I was a Native American and said, I believe my people are one with nature and believe the spirit of running water and trees live with man, and we believe that humanity is on the back of a giant flying turtle in space. Everyone who heard this in real life, hearing this out of the words of a real person in real life, they would say, cool, I respect your beliefs, but not mine. People love to ridicule and mock and think I'm dumb when I've done years of research of my own personal observations of the sun and moon and stars, not to mention actually listening to hours of seminars of Dr. Kent Hovind's teachings, who teach that there's zero evidence for the evolution theory, or Dr. Walt Brown's hydroplate theory that explains how the flood happened and all these 21 natural geological features that are unexplained. Or even how about researching about retired head FBI agent Ted Gunderson, who came out after retirement at a press conference with a thick dossier stating that they used the FBI to orchestrate all child kidnappings and to sell these children to the elites, eyes wide shut sex parties and human sacrifice rituals. I already told you guys about the Beltane, and then I mentioned about these signs and symbols on flags and corporations, and I mentioned about call for an uprising. Yeah. Look, there are so many reporters' eyes glitching, it's unsettling. Now, they live no more bubblegum. You know, the reason I think that a lot of these happens to the reporters is because the reporters, they're not normal people. These people are usually trained CIA agents. They're trained in a way to talk very calmly and look and make eye contact with the viewer and kind of put us in a state of trance, like hypnotize us so that we kind of go into an alpha state and then we can absorb all the false propaganda in our brain. Pardon me. But essentially, they're not just innocent people who are reading from a teleprompter. They know they're telling lies, and they know their trick is to, and they know their job is to deceive us and lie to us and deceive us. Well, that's fucked. Man. I should put this in a freaking in my video editor and just edit it for a bit. Let's look at some other comments here. Yeah, they live, we sleep. No kidding. Look. The shapeshifter conspiracy theories are becoming more believable. I'm noticing more and more people, this world is getting more and more fallen. I'm seeing more and more the youth, they're just completely into dressing trashy and just thinking constantly about sex. And I you know what I've determined is that, and my generation fell into this trap too, because my parents' generation, they were boomers. Those people, they were fascinated. They were children of the people who survived World War II, right? And they were essentially people who were just brainwashed by new technology. And they lived a good life because they were living in the 80s. They had, inflation hadn't really fucked over the society yet. But my generation, we were brainwashed by television programming and Disney, and it made us focus about love at an early age. When we weren't supposed to be thinking about relationships, we were all focused about relationships, and it made us fucking chase love at the wrong time, going to wrong places, meeting wrong people for things that weren't supposed to be happening yet, and make us waste our time, waste our money, waste our life because we were chasing things that we shouldn't have been chasing. And then that's our generation. The next generation, Generation Z, the Zoomers, because I'm a millennial, right? I was born in the 90s, but the generation, I'm 33 actually exactly, but the next generation, when I see them on the street, they're fucked, man. They're just so fucked. They're dressing too fucking provocative. They got all these piercings. Their fucking hair is a different color. They don't even know if they're fucking man or woman. They're so fucking, they want to be called he, she, they. Like, they are so just fucking confused and brainwashed. Our society is fucked because of that. Those next generation is completely fucking brainwashed. But anyway, I want to talk about this now. I mean, you could go and, like, there was one, Nicki Minaj, I saw one video of her with her eyes had like a reptilian slit. Oh, here it is here. That's so funny. Actually, let's just check that out right now. Because this is the video actually I have on my reptilian. Let's see. It's just for a second, but her eyes get all... She's possessed, definitely. Oh, shit, this person goes... Oh, shit, eh? Oh, yeah. That's so fucked, man. Dude, look at that, eh? She's possessed. I mean, when they're... Okay, it's like Hollywood. What happens is that they have like, they essentially screw... Everyone in Hollywood screws each other, right? And then they essentially make a child, and then they offer it up to the occult. The occult, sometimes they just sacrifice the baby, because a lot of these celebrities, they say, oh, yeah, we're so sad. We lost our child in childbirth. Bullshit, okay? Bullshit. They offered it up to Satan, to the occult. And these elitists ate the fucking kid, right? But what happened is that, you know, you might not want to hear this stuff, and you might not have the same calling as me, but this is my job. This is what, as a Christian, this is what God gave me to do. This is my task, okay? So I show and I expose the evil and the satanic stuff in the world. If it's too much for you, go live in your life in a bubble, okay? But I like to I like to expose these evil people. I like to shed light on it, okay? And it's just like when people hate you, and you know it's because you're a bright shining light, and your light shines so bright that it exposes their evil and their darkness inside of them. Anyway, so essentially what they do is some of these people, they offer up their baby, right, to the occult. But some of them, they let the occult raise their child and groom them. And then they become a quote-unquote MK Ultra mind control slave. They're essentially talented individuals who have some kind of talent, but they're essentially used as sex puppets. They get called to parties, and they get, used to do, sexual favors. But they're like a zombie, and they just screw whoever, right? Because they're like literally empty, and they have like multiple personalities, which they can call. That's why all these people, they're like, these celebrities, they're like, yeah, it's like I have an alternate personality that takes over when I go on stage. You hear that a lot. And also a lot of these celebrities with their families, like Will Smith and who's that chick from Transformers? Who's that first chick? She has 3 sons, but they're all of them transgender. Transformers 1 cast. Oh yeah, this chick, which people suspected she's a guy, right? But this guy, I mean, this whatever, this person, this thing, this creature, I have a picture of her with her 3 sons, and they're all transgender. They're all like dressing like a girl. So they're told to invert, because Satan, he hates God, so he wants to invert everything. He wants to make everything upside down, to mock God. That's why the LGBTQ movement, that's why they want to use the rainbow as their symbol, because they hate God. And even though that's God's symbol saying he won't flood the earth anymore, they want to use it for their abomination. They're like, and you know what? If you're gay, like, I don't hate you, but I'm just saying you're living in sin. Just like any person who's on earth is sinning some way, you have to turn away from your sin, right? And I just want to make a recommendation that I don't believe that gay people should be able to have marriage, because marriage is something that God created for a man and woman. I think they can make their own kind of like ceremony, whatever they want to call it, even though I wouldn't like say it's right, but if they want to really do that, let's do it. But they shouldn't be able to call it like marriage, quote unquote, and copy it like the Christians, right? Because that's like an abomination, right? I just say the truth here, but we can see here that Nikki, she's got something in her, and she's possessed. Oh shit, that's fucked, man. It's fucking apparent here, right? Possessed by a demon. Let's save this video. Good job, whoever this is. Anyway, so let's continue here. I want to talk about so, like I said, the reptilians, they exist, but they're essentially elites and all their little puppets. They're billionaire Hollywood people, multimillionaire Vatican, secret society puppets that sell out and for fame and for a little bit wealth here, temporary power here on Earth. So let's talk about this now. Lark Davis, this guy, he's a crypto YouTuber and he's a shill. One guy named Salmi, this guy, he pretty much exposed him, saying that he got insider information. He got to pre-buy a coin before it comes out, and then he would shill it to his audience, and then they would all buy it, and then him and the devs would just dump on his followers. He's a scumbag. He made this one video that I thought was pretty interesting, but let's just hear a little bit here.
BlackRock, the New York-based asset manager that controls more wealth than almost anyone on the planet, except for basically nation states, actually, really only two, which are the U.S. and China. These guys are no joke. They kind of do own everything. It's crazy.
They do.
Under the leadership of CEO Larry Fink, BlackRock.
And you know what? I remember I was working in a pharmacy, and I was saying that to them, like to this one person. BlackRock literally owns everything, and they were like they're like an educated person, so they think anything like that I say is just crazy, right? They're like, no, they're invested in everything. If you're fucking owning most of the company, I'm sure you have some fucking influence over it. They fucking own everything. They own all the companies.
Making some serious, dangerous moves into the world's second largest cryptocurrency, Ethereum. What exactly is BlackRock up to, and should we be worried? What is
Yes.
the angle here? Is it all simply equal to Ethereum's just gonna go to the moon, they're gonna pump our bags, thanks Larry Fink? Or is it possible that there are more sinister motivations?
What do you think?
Here? Well, in today's video,
Genius.
let's do a deep dive. Let's have a conversation on BlackRock's Ethereum gamble and see.
And you can tell anyone is a satanic sellout puppet when they do that fucking hand sign, especially when they do it over their eye. And this clown is no exception. He seems very likable, but he's probably a fucking agent from Australia. And he's always like, I saw him one time put the fucking 666 hand sign over his eye. And let's just, if you haven't watched my channel, let's just go over that again. If you're new, 666 hand sign. What does it mean? It doesn't mean, yes, I'm okay. It's a satanic hand sign. It's a cult hand sign. It means 3 6s. 666 is the number of man or the beast, and God's number is 777. And look at this. They don't even hide it. Look, they don't even fucking hide it. 666, 666. They put it over their eyes. She got the black and white checkerboard, a cult dualistic philosophy, and they cover their fucking eye. And it's just right in our face. Look, this clown does it. I told this thing to my family in another country, in Costa Rica actually, and they said she felt like, it's funny, they're Catholic, right? Unfortunately, but they still love God and Jesus, right? They don't know how satanic the Vatican is, and I didn't want to fucking argue with them when I'm there, but she said she felt really bad feeling whenever she saw him doing these hand signs. Interesting. It's like intuition, eh? Look at these Satanists. The Beatles, like I said, everything is connected. Everything I'm talking about is fucking connected. Look at Buddha here doing that stuff. The Eastern belief system is tied to all of this because these people believe in the Eastern philosophies that life is an infinite reincarnating cycle, and these guys think they're actually doing good because they want to destroy that, but they're wrong. And look, what the fuck? They're mocking God here. There's that painting with Adam touching God's hand. But this time, Adam is reaching out to the devil. Oh, okay. Look at this satanic pedophile. This guy's a fucking pedophile. Anyway, enough of this evil fucking hand shit. The point is, any big YouTuber, if you see them like putting this shit over their face, I saw some other YouTuber. I wish I could find him, but I wonder if I could find him. Let me see. There's this one YouTuber I saw, and he has all these fucking. Where is he? I just want you to see, like, oh yeah, and if they do the shh sign, yeah, this shit. Whenever they do, you see any fucking big YouTuber or anyone doing this on their video picture, they are part of it. They're part of the secret brotherhood. They're getting paid. They're getting their video promoted because YouTube always promotes those types of fucking videos, but it hides others. It hides channels like mine because I talk about truth. This guy, I don't trust this guy. He claims he's a Christian, but he's promoting like crypto shit. That's essentially gambling, and he's promoting he pushes a prosperity gospel that we're all gonna be rich if you just trust in God and you trust in Him. Anyway, where's this clown? This one clown here. I want you to see his fucking I guess we're not. This guy, of course, I've seen him do the 666. Obviously, where is this clown? I mean, all these YouTubers, they're all telling us to get into crypto. Obviously, because the market's going to crash. That's what the elites want. They want everyone to go into crypto so they can fucking siphon billions from the pockets of the hardworking people. And then we're fucked. We're at ground zero again. We're a fucking ground -0. -20, fuck. Where is this loser? I'm trying to find him. This guy's such a shill, man. This guy's a shill. I mean, they're all fucking shills. Oh yeah, Satoshi. He's pretty much this guy did not make Bitcoin. The government made Bitcoin. And who controls the government? These fucking elites, man. Okay, well, fucking anyway. If they do this hand sign, if they do the this one keeping secrets, like the president Barack Obama did, which all the presidents are just puppets. There's no such thing as voting. It's just a freaking scam. It's not an election. It's a selection. They fucking put the fucking candidates in our face, and we have only fucking. Oh, what a great democracy. We can choose fucking Coke, Pepsi, hot dog, hamburger, fucking boxing or basketball or hockey. Like, oh, wow, we have so much fucking free choice, but we can't even fucking, public opinion doesn't dictate nothing in fucking government, in the government. They just do whatever they want.
If we can get an idea of what might be occurring, what are they actually up to? Let's start off with a few simple facts about our old buddies over at BlackRock. BlackRock is a multinational asset manager that represents clients from over
Blah, 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 blah.
infrastructure projects to commodities to currencies.
What's your point, dude?
BlackRock knows the game. Basically, BlackRock gets what it wants. Okay, so most of us know that BlackRock runs IBIT, which is the most successful U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF with an estimated 250,000 Bitcoin under management at the time of recording, but not long after BlackRock began to ETF. Of course, the proposed ETH ETF acts like the Bitcoin.
Okay, I'm just gonna go right to the interview. I don't know, this looks like some kind of all-seeing eye type shit, but I want to show you guys this fucking interview here between some fucking brainwashed, satanic possessed puppet here. I forgot his name, but
check this clip out between Larry Fink and CNBC host Andrew Sorkin.
Longer term,
a news host, right?
you now expect other cryptocurrencies.
Okay, first of all, what the fuck is up with his eye? It's like, does Larry Fink see this shit? Maybe he's just like acting normal because he knows these guys do satanic rituals that make them fucked up.
ETFs, meaning, do you think that Gary, and we'll talk to him later, Gary
Like Ethereum.
will have to approve an Ethereum ETF? And is that a function of something the SEC has to do, or do you think that all these things have to go to court first?
I couldn't respond to that. I see value in having an Ethereum ETF. As I said, these are just stepping stones towards tokenization. And I really do believe this is where we're going to be going. We have the technology to tokenize today. If you want to think about this. If you had a tokenized security and you have a tokenized identity, you, Andrew, the moment you buy or sell an instrument, it's known. It's on a general ledger that is all created together. You want to talk about issues around money laundering and all that. This eliminates all corruption by having a tokenized system.
Because this guy wants to help little old me. Oh wow, thank you so much, Mr. Fink. burn in hell, you freaking puppet, like you fucking demon, man. I know exactly why they're trying to do this is because they want to get rid of the dollar, which is just a debt note. It doesn't even represent real money. But the point is that they don't want anything backed up on gold. They want it all backed up on their fake currency. But they want everything to be on a new cryptocurrency, one world central bank digital currency. And what they want is they want it to be all available for the government to see every transaction. That's what this is about. And it's not about corruption because these guys are the most corrupt of the corrupt. But he's trying to act like he's so sweet. And then I remember someone was saying about this fucking interview guy. They were like, dude, first of all, what the fuck's up with his eye, right? And then what did he just put a fucking one eye? He put a freaking like contact lens, like just to joke around, or is this something really happening like spiritually? And it's funny. Why is it always like a weird demonic slit looking eye? Interesting. It's always happened to these news anchors, people. And then people were like, dude, shut up and let Larry Fink talk because this guy kept interrupting. Well, you know what? I bet you he was getting in his earpiece instructions because whenever Larry Fink talked too much, they were like, yo, interrupt him so that the public doesn't get every fucking piece of information from him. I'm sure they could fucking edit the video anyway, but...
You have to go to court first.
Television made a slip of the tongue and look at this.
This guy sounds like a snake,
Bloomberg
like a serpent, man.
television.
We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification. We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities about bonds and stocks and digital by having a tokenization. But the most importantly thing, we can customize strategies through tokenization that fits every individual. We would have instantaneous settlement. Think about all the costs of settling bonds and stocks. But if you had a tokenization, everything would be immediate because it's just a line item. And so we believe this is a technological transformation for financial assets. I believe if you want to talk about like voting and voting choice and all the things, if we know every moment who is the owner of that stock, and it's now time to vote. Every individual who has ownership is identified and they can vote their own shares.
Okay, look, Fink comes right out and says that BlackRock believes that tokenization is the future of finance. But what does that mean? Well, Larry Fink is talking about real world assets or RWAs moving on chain. Stop.
Okay, I want to show you this too. So, remember, okay, first I want to go back to this clown. So this guy, he says, your friend saw me. He's got a star here. We all know a star is a symbol. It's actually a satanic pentagram. It doesn't have to be upside down, and it doesn't have to have a circle around it. That's just to trap like dark energy. But that essentially a star-like symbol like this is not a star in the night sky. It's an occult. It's an occult witch symbol. And he's like, oh, he's always saying, oh, I'm your friend. He's always so badly trying to say, oh, like I'm here with you guys in the trenches. Like I'm like you guys. Like I'm fighting with you guys, like the normal people. And he says so many things. I remember he says in his past earlier videos, he said so many things that, like the truth, like that the world is controlled by these bankster, like banking cartel and central banks, and that these elite bug eaters, he calls them bug eaters, they want us to eat bugs like them. But essentially, I think he's a freaking puppet, and he's essentially shilling for this one billionaire guy, Richard Hart. And look, it's also funny, he likes to wear this Pikachu hat. What does Pikachu symbolize? Pikachu is a pushing the fake evolution lie. And also, this is still going, right? That'd be fucking shit if it was going and I didn't fucking record it or I didn't have my mic on like that last time. Anyway, so Pikachu, this Pokemon represents evolution, the fake evolution lie, because we all know creation is the real legit thing that science proves, but these elites use science to trick us and hide the truth, but they can only hide it for so long. But anyway, the cartoon was created in Japan and pushed in America because it promotes evolution, that things are evolving. Just like the Eastern beliefs, they think that man can evolve to a higher state of being if you acquire good karma and good deeds, and you can become enlightened and reach a state of nirvana. You can be a higher state enlightened being. That's the same thing as Pokemon. They want us to believe a lie that man was primitive and dumb, when in reality man was freaking advanced and we're deteriorating. Man is degenerating. Man has fallen from pure genetics from the beginning of time when Adam and Eve were created by God. God created us in Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and He made them already full grown. They were already mature. They could speak English. I mean, they could speak instantly, and they could name things. They had natural knowledge embedded in them. They were pre-programmed by God. They had knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, architecture, crafting, natural medicine, science, natural sciences. They knew the properties of plants. They knew the properties of materials, of metals, and that's why they could teach all humanity, and we could just build up these giant empires and spread across the earth. But after, essentially, what's happened is that over time, our genetics have become more and more impure because essentially there's no time. Just things are just degenerating because of the curse on Earth, and things just naturally just degrade and fall apart. And over time, our genetics have been deteriorized, and that's why all of us can't accommodate, like our mouths can't accommodate our molar teeth. That's why when we're young, we have to get that extra teeth removed because we are getting smaller. Back in the day, we were bigger, we lived longer. There was a golden age, and every culture recollects that there was a golden age where man lived 1,000 years plus, or up to 1,000 years. But now, we barely live 70, right? And they want to tell us that maybe we're technologically more advanced, but they still built our ancient cultures still built these like giant civilizations out of scratch, out of thin air. Like they built these huge megalithic structures, and straight up, we can't replicate them. And they line them up with freaking stars perfectly, and we can't do that it'd be very hard for us to do it with our modern technology. But there's actually one guy named, what's his name? He's on YouTube. He's super cool. I think he's starting to figure out the truth here. I'm going to find him. Paul Cook, this guy's super cool. You guys should check him out. But, what the fuck is this? This guy, essentially, he goes around all over the world, especially in England and stuff like that. He finds these old, like, hidden structures that he apparently is saying that our governments are hiding these things. That they're trying to hide how advanced these old buildings are, and then they're, like, in plain sight, sometimes just near, like, in the countryside. Like, this one, I think, is in just off of, in London somewhere. But he's saying these are old buildings, and what's happening is that they're trying to hide the flood. The flood happened, and that the earth is young. It's about 60. He doesn't say exactly this, but I make comments, and he kind of likes my comments, and I say, look, the earth is actually 6,000 years old approximately, and I think the earth. I mean, in God's time, 1,000 years is a one day, so it's just my suspicion that we're almost up to 6,000 years, and I think in the 6,000 year is when everyone will be raptured. I think we might not be there yet. Maybe it's in 10, 20 years. Maybe it's going to be in 150 years. But the point is that Jesus is coming soon. He's going to rapture the good people, and then we're going to spend 1,000 years in heaven, and then we're going to come back for the final battle. And everything will be wrapped up in 7,000 years, which is 7 days for God. His 7 is his number. He created the week to be in 7, and these elites, they rewrote the whole they changed our calendar. Our calendar is not the real calendar. I heard that the real calendar is supposed to align with the moon, and that matches women's menstrual cycles, something like that. But this guy is a cool channel, man. He's really awesome. He's doing amazing things. He's going around figuring out things. He pretty much figured out that these huge stones, they were made, how? By liquid stone. That they actually had the ability to heat up stone and liquefy it and then pour it in place. That's how they could have made these giant structures. It makes complete sense. But the point is that man was more advanced, and after the flood, Noah was the only one who survived, but he still had more knowledge than any of us nowadays. Even if we studied our whole life, he still had more knowledge than us because he was from the golden era, and essentially he could have met any of them could have met Adam and Eve 800 years later and talked to them. But anyway, after the fall of man, the fallen angels came to Earth, and science want to say, oh, it's ancient aliens came, and they're the ones who gave us, genetically modified us and gave us knowledge. But really, it was these fallen angels that mated with women, and they were trying to corrupt the genetics, and they taught man forbidden knowledge, such as how to make weaponry, how to make jewelry and makeup for women, and feed their ego, and also sex magic, and how to do root cuttings and drug use. And essentially, they taught man tillage. I suspect they taught man tillage, which is how to use money. And what does the Bible say? It says money is the root of all evil. Anyway, so then I want to come back to this clown here. He's promoting evolution, the fake evolution lie. And what is Pikachu's attack? Thunder, lightning. Those are symbols of the devil, because when Lucifer fell from heaven, Luke verse, what was that? Luke verse something, I forgot exactly where it was, but it says that I saw Lucifer, he fell like lightning from heaven. And it's all there, everything's connected. And only because I prayed to God and asked him that he helped me connect everything. But I want to show you guys this guy. He's promoting 3 coins from a shill. And signs and symbols rule this realm. And this guy promotes these three cryptos. And look, first of all, let's go to hex. Hex, what is a hex? It's like a witch's bad luck thing. Isn't that like some kind of bad luck hex when someone puts a hex on you? Like some kind of evil spell, right? So they call this one hex. And look at this. This is a hexagram. And what does a hexagram symbolize? 6. So they got 6 sides. It's a 6-sided, 6-pointed symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 points. And now look, they got 3 hexes in the symbol. 1, 2, 3. So that's 6, 6, 6. This is a fucking satanic. I bet you when people buy it, Richard Hart is going to dump, because no fucking billionaire ever help humanity. They're just fucking part of the cult. You can't be a billionaire unless you join their cult. And if you don't join them, they will take you out. They will fucking kill you. They will bury you and take your assets. They wouldn't want me to have money. That's for sure. I know my channel, if I start getting 100,000, I would be fucking I would be in a garbage bag and separated into 6 fucking parts, man. Because they don't want people like me to get money, because they know what I'm going to do with that money. And they don't want people like me to be big, because they know who's going to be talking a lot about the truth. But anyway, this guy's promoting hex pulse chain. Oh, look at that, eh? As above, so below, up and down, a mirror reflection of it. And they got 6-sided, another hex, 6-sided point. And look, even the fucking Ethereum is as above, so below. Like that duality thing, eh? And then we got, look, pulse chain. E-hex, pulse X. Pulse X. X is another sign for Satan. Like they've got X Factor. So many things with the X. Deus Ex, the video game. That game, the old original video game, that exposes a lot of truth, actually. But anyway, I want to come back here. Look, why are they using the same thing? This is not a box. This is a hexagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6. 6, 6, 6. There's a 6, 6, 6 right here. Why are they using the same symbol? I'm telling you guys.
Bonds, currencies, commodities.
And look, they got a Freemason temple here. These buildings are Freemason buildings.
Money market, insurance, real estate, all of it, everything. According to Fink, we may see a day when these assets no longer trade between separated networks that are controlled by the brokers and the stock exchanges and
like you care, Larky, you're a fucking puppet.
stuff, but rather that they will all trade on a unified ledger with digital tokens representing the actual assets themselves. Interesting. But listening to Fink talk about this vision for the future, some things he said, they were music to my ears, and other things he said, it gave me a little creeps. The big win here is this entire vision could seriously bump our bags. Trillions of...
Look at this. This is all he thinks about. Eh? He's just trying to trick us and tell us, oh, you know, our crypto's going up because of these clowns. It's like everyone's gonna support BlackRock because they think they can get a little sliver and be a little sellout, right? This is how corporations will become governments. Dude, governments are all controlled with these things, man. And I make my little fucking speech here. Larry Fink and BlackRock want to eliminate corruption. Laughing. Their purchases are generally evil and shady. I don't trust them. Hey, I wonder what happened with Monsanto. They're probably just still doing evil stuff. The only difference between conspiracy theories and truth/reality is 4 to 6 months on average. Yep. We're not paranoid enough. It looks like 1984 is closer than most would like. Totally. We can be certain that anything good for BlackRock will be bad for everyone else. Yeah. That Larry Fink interviewer is a lizard look in his eyes. Yeah, so true. People are actually talking about that too, actually. Fink's going full New Testament with the mark of the beast. Oh, my comment's gone. Oh, what the fuck? I made a comment to this guy. It's actually in my other video, but it's not here. Interesting. Let's just find my comment here. Because I made this video already, but it wasn't actually as in depth. But I started like yeah. I started like did I go to the comments here? Oh yeah, what I didn't hit the record, so I have to redo this shit. But I was talking about these musician puppets, and let's see, where the hell's the comments on that? I apologize. I was pretty sick, man. Yeah, I talked about that. Let's see, where's the comments now? Okay, we're going down here. You're gonna see my comment. It's not there. This is how the YouTube works. They either the person erased it, Lark, or yeah, well, I mean, or maybe YouTube erased it. I know YouTube sometimes doesn't tell me when people message me, and sometimes sometimes I put a video out, it gets like a bunch of views, and then it stops suddenly and never gets any more attention. Or sometimes I come back to the video and it has 0 views. It's like it erased the views, so it diverts traffic to my channel. I know I would have already like had 100,000 subs if it wasn't like a rigged system. But let's see, where the hell is this guy? I think I told him like, hey, check out my channel because it's pretty obvious that there's a satanic conspiracy. Okay, can we just hurry up? Bro, can you hurry up? Oh, man. Oh, I started like getting angry with the evolution. Come on, let's go. I know when you know as much as me, man, you feel really lonely because no one understands me and no one ever will. Only God. I don't know how many people are like, whenever I meet someone, they know some of it, but they don't know the whole fucking picture. Okay, we're almost there. Come on, come on. Damn. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. I comment on this guy because his comment annoyed me. Oh, this guy's comment annoyed me. Look, the Antichrist and Revelations. Yeah, no kidding. Look, see, I commented right there. But they just delete my comments because they don't want the truth to come out. But I have a little bit more to expose. Sorry guys, this is a long video, probably like over an hour maybe, but and sorry if it's kind of ranty. You know, when I don't feel so well, sometimes I just rant. Yep. Oh, but my comment just got erased. That's hilarious. Well, you guys saw that. Full out. Hardcore, bro. Hardcore. Anyway, this guy, I saw him do a 666 over his eye, and he's promoting these 3 fucking fake bullshit. But I just want to talk one last thing, actually. This channel called After School. And it was like a friend at work that they, like a work friend. I don't have too many real friends, but, you know, a work acquaintance / friend. Anyway, they know a lot about the, you know, the things the government is doing, this Illuminati, quote unquote, secret societies, you know, the chemtrailing and the wars and etc. But they don't know the whole picture. And they said, you know, check out this. And I actually already checked out this channel before they even told me. I just didn't know the name because I didn't subscribe because it's like a gatekeeper. Oh yeah, and I want to say, like, the way you know someone is a gatekeeper. And look, it's so funny, eh? Look, they have this reptilian under like a suit here. Oh, that's hilarious. This channel teaches new age bullshit. Look, they teach about evolution, how like we can evolve to a 5D higher enlightened being, and they teach the space lie that we're in space and a ball in space, that there's aliens out there and they're higher level beings that can teach us how to be higher beings and save ourselves. Jeez, it's so sad. Like, this shill channel has 3.2 million. I mean, any channel that has millions of subs has to be involved in their pushing their lies. And I notice when some YouTubers, they get big enough, they kind of start changing. They start like talking about stuff, promoting stuff that normally they didn't talk about. But it's kind of funny that they got this reptilian guy here, but like to make a joke about it, right? But essentially, how you know someone is a gatekeeper is if they don't talk about these certain things. First of all, or if they promote certain things. So how do you know is they're a gatekeeper? 100%. A gatekeeper is someone who tells about 90% truth online, but they tell 10% lies to mislead the masses. So they could talk about all this stuff, but they start saying, if they start promoting, like, if they don't talk about Jesus Christ and the Bible being the real deal, or if they don't talk about, like, they say, oh yeah, like, or if they start saying, oh yeah, all this stuff's happening, the right wing people are pushing this stuff, or sorry, left wing, the left is pushing this, the left that, the left this. If they don't talk about how the left right are all controlled by the same group of people, that doesn't matter if you vote left or right, voting doesn't even matter anyway, but the point is that they control all the parties, and they already hijacked every single movement and planted their agents in there. And if they talk about space being like they promote space, the space lie, or they promote evolution lie, or the new age theory, or they don't say, like, they don't talk about the satanic stuff in Hollywood, then they're definitely just gatekeepers. And then I started clicking in the last video. I started clicking about like just random videos, like this one. This one kind of pissed me off, actually. I like Muhammad Ali. He had a big mouth, but let's just be honest. He's just a puppet, another puppet for them. And let's just hear what he says here, because I'm gonna talk about it. It's like we know. Look at this guy taking a dump. We know that I want to take a dump on this channel, but we know that
Follow Moses and live like Moses preached.
he's just a puppet, and he's just promoting all religions are one, just like Malcolm X taught, or sorry, was it Martin Luther King? Martin Luther King. You know, I'm all for equality and everything, but when they start teaching that every religion is the same, that's bullshit, man. you can only know by the fruits of their labor, or what kind of fruit did the tree bear. And if it doesn't teach anything similar to the Bible, then I'm sorry, that it's false. And he compares Buddhism and even, oh yeah, Thoth. What the hell's that guy? Thoth's religion. Yeah, this guy is essentially esoteric kind of Gnosticism, which is what the elites believe in. And I mean, that's why they have these like Egyptian and like Greek kind of architecture in every city around the world, because these guys are all working together.
Lakes and streams, they all have different names, but they all contain water. So does religions have different names, and they all contain God and the truth.
And they show the all-seeing eye.
In different ways, forms, and times. What Jesus taught was good. What Moses taught was right. What Buddha taught was right. What Krishna taught was right. What Isaiah, Lot, Noah.
Okay, so forgive me, but you know, Hinduism and Buddhism, you cannot compare them. And this guy, whatever the fuck this belief is, you can't compare. And I hate seeing this long hair white Jesus, bro. He's like dark skinned and he has short hair, man. But you can't compare the Eastern beliefs with Christianity, because these guys believe, like, they teach some beautiful things, but they couldn't be more opposite. These guys teach that a monistic, pantheistic, like the universe is God, everything is God, that we are God, and that we can ascend into becoming God, into becoming a higher state being, and that everything is infinite and cyclical, and evil and bad are necessary. That's what they teach. But that's not what Christianity teaches, not at all. And this guy, this is what the elites teach. They teach essentially a blend of all this stuff. I think these things are pretty much, they teach similar things. I have no idea what the hell that is. Or that.
At different times, messages to those people, and people have decided to choose those prophets as their leader. Some follow Krishna, some follow Buddha, some follow Muhammad, some follow Jesus, some follow whoever. But Moses, all of them are right. Jesus made a statement, I come not to destroy no law of the prophet, but to fulfill. All of God's prophets are right. You got to believe in all of them. So, if the person follow Buddha and do what Buddha said, they'll see God and believe it. If a person follow...
No, I'm sorry, but that's not what I believe. I just say my comment there, but essentially this fucking channel, it teaches like, it has some good advice, but it teaches new age bullshit. And yeah, I mean, the new age movement is very dangerous, because it does teach about like positive thinking and everything and love, but I mean, the enemy will come in the name of love, and they're gonna essentially brainwash people to be like, oh god, what is this one? An evolutionary perspective. That's a long video. I don't want to even know what the hell that's probably teaching, you know what. Oh yeah, look, Ancient Wisdom by the Alchemist. Oh yeah, alchemy, right. Does life have a meaning? They're probably gonna say, no, there's no meaning to life, but you can make meaning of it. When God, he has a purpose for you, whether it be, something that you would prefer not, but if it has something like a deep meaning and it will help God, right? I'll take it. Not everyone's supposed to be happy in the world, and that's not what a Christian's duty is about, to become like happy. Oh, the God paradox. Look, they're trying to fucking question God here, probably. Oh, and they're trying to mislead people about Halloween. Look, they got a wizard here and magic. The power of your dark side. Oh, just isn't that's exactly what Kobe Bryant was teaching. Before these guys took him out, they killed him. But he was saying, "Oh yeah, like you have to." He was teaching kids about a dark muse. Like to muse is to think, and you have a light muse and a dark muse, and you can use the dark muse to help you get more powerful. What the fuck? And that's exactly what Buddhism was about. It's about like balancing your evil and your good. When Christianity is about getting rid of your evil within. Life has no purpose. Oh my god. Terrence McKenna, the druggie. Yeah, this is like promoting drugs and stuff. Look, they're saying there's no line between good and evil. Yeah, but that's because people's perception of good and evil changes, but God's perception of good and evil is like a fine line that it's a line that can never be changed. Like God's standards can never be changed. Anyway, guys, I talked for a long time. Sorry that was so long. God bless you and your families. Peace.